Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 60 of Daisy Knits. I'm Daisy, hanging out on the floor of the neighbor room, and it's going to be a fun day. I don't necessarily have a ton to show you, but I have some to show you. I have some to talk about, I guess. A lot of imaginating happening, and a bit of frogging, actually. So, I don't really have anything in my project-wise to show you. I have a master knitter to show you, but nothing finished project-wise. So, last week I did tell y'all I had a sock out at Test Knitters and I was knitting with them. This is the first sock. Actually, this is the only sock because when I finish this, it'll go on to a sock blocker and it'll go in my sample tub for shows. So, I've finished the cuff, finished the leg, turned the heel, and I'm heading down the foot of this sock. The patterning's on this side, so you don't get to see this side, sorry. I am still loving my needles. I really like them. But like I said, I don't want to give a full review until after I've given them a good run for their money. But this made some good progress. This is one that I haven't really worked on a ton. I've just kind of picked it up here and there. Because I had a crazy idea. I wonder how many of y'all do this. New Year's Eve, I wanted to do something. I wanted to cast on something kind of special. And so I pulled out my stash and I kind of talked to it a little bit, perused through what do I have, what do I want. Some yarns I know exactly what I want to do with. Other yarns I didn't have a clue what I want to do with. But I have these 7 mini skeins from Brew City Knits. And you're going to see a villains theme here happening, apparently. I will be at Disney World 3 weeks from yesterday. So Disney's kind of on the brain anyways, and I had these villain mini skeins I got from Brew City Knits. I picked these up from her last April, and they've been sitting in my stash, and I kind of had a picture in my mind of what I wanted to do with these. Not exactly, but I had a really good idea of exactly what I wanted to see come alive with these guys. So here's the mini skeins, -1, because I have one in the shawl. So I cast on thinking, okay, I'm going to play around. I'm probably going to end up frogging, which I will because it's not quite what I want. So I'm going to frog it and try again. But this is how far I got before I decided, hey, I'm going to frog again. This colorway is the 7th Brew City Knits, and it's the Scar colorway. And then this is ours. This is my colorway. My ear's a little achy. This is a dewy, so you can see hopefully some of that sparkle in just like a charcoal colorway. All of this will be gone because it's not quite what I want, so I'm going to frog it. But I played around. I have a better idea of number-wise of what I was doing and what I want to get. So I feel like I should forewarn you, this feels like a frogging episode because I have something else I have to frog too. So we're just going to rip it all over the place. But I cast it on New Year's Eve. We've been tinkering with it, and today's the 5th, so I've been working on it off and on most of the week. But it'll look completely different when I show it to you next week. I am writing that pattern up as I'm going through it. I am designing it, so I will have it at some point, but not anywhere close to soon. I'm hoping to have it, at some point, but not yet. So the other thing that I'm doing, because I told myself this year I'm going to get on the ball, I'm going to get back to Master Knitter, and I actually have sat down, and I told you I was researching for my cable swatches. One of the things I have to do is I have to do a seed stitch swatch, which I have washed and blocked. I've not woven the ends in, but I've washed and blocked it, and I now have to do another swatch, and then you measure this swatch and you fill out this little worksheet, and then you compensate for cable flaring. So this is part of it. And yesterday afternoon, yes, I sat down to start the second part. I got partway through this and realized this is all wrong. So this will be completely ripped out and started again. But I have knitting. I mean, it's there. It's not right, but it's there. I feel like I've accomplished, but you're not going to be able to see most of it. So I haven't frogged any of this because I'm like, I want to show you I have been knitting. You just can't see it. But that's okay. So that's really what I've been working on as far as my knitting stuff goes. I've also been trying to do quite a bit of dyeing. Once again, 3 weeks from tomorrow, we'll be there. So I have like a week and a half, 2 weeks to get the dye pots fired up, get what I want, push through them, and be ready. If you're on Instagram, you saw the lovely picture I posted this morning of the massive amount of yarn that I have not photographed. I've been dyeing, but I have not photographed or listed anything in the shop. And it's kind of scary. Like, I have to do inventory this week and count everything, and it really makes you face the fact that I have not been a good photographer lately. So I'm sorry. I have a massive amount of things to do. But I'll distract you with some pretties now. Last week, 2 weeks ago, was it 2? In the past, I showed you Sea Witch. This past week, 2 weeks, I developed 3 different colorways. So I have 3 Disney villain inspired colorways. Sea Witch is one, which she's kind of a hot mess at the moment, but Sea Witch is one. The other 2 are right here. So we have Devil Woman, and she's got white and red and black. And this was inspired by Cruella de Vil. I read the original series of 101 Dalmatians, and Cruella actually had a lot of red in her life. Her house had red rooms, and her car was red. So that's where this inspiration came from. And these are all on different bases, so, because I didn't pick up any of the same. Okay, and the third one, I was telling the kids about. I was going to do some Disney-inspired ones, and when I pulled it out of the pot, I was so excited. Because my son came over, and he looked at it, and he goes, "That's Hades, right?" I was like, yes, that's exactly right. I was going for Hades from Hercules. And so, well, we don't want to call it Hades because I don't want to deal with the whole name copyright thing. We are going to call this one, I believe, Lord of the Dead. So, that is my 3 Disney villains. These will not go up in the shop until after we come back from Disney, just because kind of a little exclusive for that retreat, but I will have these. If you are interested in snagging some, you can go ahead and message me or let me know. But that is, I've had so much fun with these. I might have to acquire them at some point. I might need to like test knit something while I'm at Disney. Oh, that would be fun. I might need to do that. I might need something to knit while I'm at Disney. So, these are the colorways, distract you with the pretties from all of the horrible frogging that's happened. I don't really have anything else to share with y'all today. Come on over to the group, check it out. We have some chatter going about goals. I'd love to hear your goals. What is your plans for the new year? What are you wanting to do? You can hit the website up and you can get a list of where I'm going to be at and what's going on with that. All the contact information's at the end. Otherwise, I guess I'll see you next week. I hope you have a great one. Your New Year's on track and you're able to do all the things you want. See ya.